Hello, everyone. Sometimes I see really smart commentators, and some of them just pointed out recently that if you do recaps or something, when you're trying to break down TV show or reality show or something, you have to be like uh, prepared, and you have to be clearly understanding what are you talking about. And this time it's actually something I really prepared for you, because it's still improvising, but it's not completely improvising, because I usually do improvise and I just talking about reality shows in the moment as I feel, and it's still this way, but this time it's more about again comparison between different type of relationship and so on. So let's talk about what happened last time on the reality show 90 Days of Fiancé.
I come hard at you last night. If I didn't care, then I would have been relaxed, no matter what you said yesterday.
We have this still ongoing argument between three members of this throuple, Annie, Amani, and Matt. And this reality show is still focused on US citizen brings someone from abroad to marry him, in terms of to keep the person in US legally, and to finally marry him or not. It's still the same concept. Okay, so let's say they still figuring out how it should be for them, because there is the three of them, and it's just not the normal concept of the previous seasons, where there were only couples and no throuples.
Relationship. I need to see her sacrifice the things that people sacrifice in any other normal relationship.
Asking for time, and we want to be able to give her that and respect that, but I can't wait forever. That's a lot to ask from somebody.
Show through your actions that you're in a committed relationship with us.
So it's still, I didn't really know how I can react to this without basic knowledge of what relationship is, normal relationship is. And it's not necessarily to know or to be in a throuple to comment on it. You can react to it just based on your experience and how you feel about it. So I think that normally, if you agreed on everything beforehand, if you know exactly what you're going for, if you know exactly that there is a reason for it, and you know exactly that you just do not hurt your marriage or your relationship by putting this another person into it. So if you agreed on everything, there should be no problem, of course.
All we want is you.
And this is probably the main issue with this throuple, and
I had the privilege of meeting Antonella, her daughter that she lives with.
How they actually rushing everything, and it feels like a little bit fake, because they did not really discuss. It feels like they didn't actually discuss anything. They just jumped into it, and because of this, it feels more like they just they actually tried to catch this hype train, and to join this reality show, like they found the most suitable way. There is like a woman we met before, we hooked up, we spent like a couple of nights, and you know, it's gonna work because it's something never happened before in this reality show or something like this.
I need return to my work, honey.
She been a stripper since she was 18. I do not want a man to touch you. And I know it's like hypocritical for me to say that because I met her there.
And this is, at this point, this is already a new episode. It's just released yesterday, and they're still not yet agreed on how the concept of this family works. You know, like if it's gonna be blended family or it's gonna be like more you know, one-sided, when one family is just as a whole and the third party is just Annie, who is joining them and who is just you know, a part of this family, and she has her family back in Mexico. So it's like still something I don't understand, because again, nothing seems to be agreed before. So this is like argument after argument, and it's going like nowhere. Actually, seems like they just stuck at one point, and I think it's gonna be more interesting after episode 15 or something, when we got debates, when we have more different characters.
Her being a single mom of 3, that's what's really bringing her a lot of money.
All ex-boyfriend bring some gifts for the Antonella.
You got regulars bringing in gifts.
Regulars. He bring me gifts for Antonella.
It's only gifts.
Accepting gifts from other men is that this is something normal to her and still acceptable.
She understands
Antonella too
friends
is
and
similar.
family. Kids understand that, you know?
So they arguing about like the concept again, that kids understand only concept of family and friend, and they do not understand the concept of girlfriend, boyfriend, and of course they do not understand the concept of throuple, couple, or whatever, and they do not hide that they have the another person, and that another person is someone they love. But you know, to tell that to your kids, it's not necessarily should be like 100% like, oh, we in the throuple, we are in love with another person, and it's gonna be the 3 of us. So they do not hide it, but you know, they just told that in a way that more suitable for kids, like in the more appropriate way. But still, Annie, their third part of this relationship, she didn't tell anything like, you know, that she has relationship with them. She only introduced them as friends, and her kids still think that their mother just, you know, has some certain friend, and it's nothing special. So there is a difference between friends and family, and Amani just pointed out like perfectly.
You know?
But that's
Well,
part
she
of
doesn't
all.
understand the concept of girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife.
It's
But no, there is a
similar.
big difference between friend and family, and all your actions not matching that.
Actions are speaking louder than words here.
Can she sacrifice her job for us?
To divorce my wife We've told our children that Ani is a very special person, and
It just makes that picture of blended family together clearer and clearer every day. Hearing that Anya has to go back to work at the strip club, that was hard.
And here comes another problem with this throuple because of how different their lifestyles is. The lifestyle of Annie, it's like dancing, stripping in the club, and it's still the same since she was 18 or something. And it should have been problem since the beginning, but it wasn't, because they met her at that club, and they actually probably they felt attracted, like attraction, because of the place, and probably stripping element of that meeting, because it's still like not that casual way as you can meet someone just in any other situation. And this situation is more like it was normal back then, but it's now, because they are together, it becomes a problem, real problem, because they do not want you Annie dance, they do not want her stripping, but they want her to be like they do not want her to be like a burden for them, but she only has this work, and this work is something that like helping her family, helping her helping herself, helping her kids.
She's probably getting ready right now to go.
I just think that there's parts of her that we did not know.
Anya said to me that she loves me more than him, and
She doesn't feel the same way about you as me.
Do you want a relationship separate? Get a mini off her back or something, but
I didn't think it was my place to tell you that this other person loves me more than you. I never got into this throuple to destroy what I have.
why would I be wanting to take another step with someone who doesn't really have feelings for me?
And he said that after they got into a huge argument, and there was some shit like Annie told that she has more feelings towards this woman, Amani, and she has like no feelings for Matt. And basically she did tell that she doesn't really care about him. So this is the part that I like, the whole part of this relationship, this throuple, felt a little bit, it felt a little bit fake because of how Annie, how she tried to probably fake her feelings, or she tried to like him. And I felt this because it looked a little bit fake because of how she forced herself into kissing him, how she forced herself into like being close to him. And listen, it's so obvious. You can see that like because of, it's not just possible to fake something that long. At some point it's gonna be revealed, and it's gonna be another problem, huge problem. So, and I told you that I prepared something for this stream specifically because the subject is something relevant for me, and I really like to talk about the relationship in different, you know, reality shows and TV shows. And this time I have the Grey Anatomy season 21 because something really was interesting about this TV show, and specifically this season for me, and how 4 people agreed on open marriages in their families. And this concept is just something that 90 Days of Fiancé and that Throuples specifically should do, because if you agree, if you have something like agreement before jumping into that relationship, another relationship, there would be no problem for anyone, you know.
Oh, she is my patient.
Hunt.
Oh.
Incredible wife.
And
We met at that boring.
Oh, there's a trauma coming.
Oh, yeah. Multiple victims. Wait, listen, why don't you two stay?
it all started when they went for this dinner or something, and their husbands, they left them because of the work or something, you know, like duties. So they left them, and these two women, they just tried to spend this night without their husbands, you know, and this is not the first time they met.
Why not? Of course, please. We served in the army. That's where we met.
Wow. Wonderful.
Okay.
Which is barely a face after busting through the back windshield.
Well, we're scheduling sex, and it's going about as well as you could imagine.
We're not at work. You have to get it out somewhere. We opened our marriage. We date and sleep with other people. Worked wonders for us. Hot, single.
So she basically, that woman who already has managed to get out of that, normal marriage, and she told that it was suffocating them, and they found this solution, like to open the marriage and to date other people. And this is like mutually assured destruction, because you do not have any reason to worry about anything, because you can actually just go and date anyone without any consequences for your marriage.
Tennis pro. Don't get me started on the parent portals.
Oh, no.
I haven't had this much fun in a long time.
Oh, me neither. Break from Owen.
I misread.
Your marriage might be open, but
I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm just gonna get a ride home.
Sure.
So, and after this kiss, it happened so quick, so there is no actual connection yet. And of course, it was like misunderstanding, and she even said that I probably misread what happened. So, but still, because of they already have at least one of them already has open marriage or something, it's gonna be less of a problem for anyone of this, relationship as a whole. And their families basically just working not at the same clinic, but they encountering multiple times, because the working process and the whole industry just works, with same people, just, you know, communicating, different doctors, different type of workers. They all know each other, and it's just impossible for them to be, you know, like to not know each other at this point. Just they know that at some point they can meet again, and it's not necessarily to jump into this possibility, you know, immediately.
I'm sorry about Cass.
We can do this.
It was a mistake. You told me right away.
I would never want to cause you any pain.
Hey. Gotta go. Kept this from when I filled in here. Don't tell the chief.
To make a
So we see that happened. Another time, another day, they just met, and at this point, it was in Teddy's office or something, and you know, this is completely different. This is like completely different concept of relationship from throuple concept I just, you know, mentioned before. But open marriage and throuple or mutual assured destruction or whatever, they all just, you know, based on third party involved in your relationship and without becoming cheating. So the only reason of that happened is because you got bored of your marriage, you got bored of your relationship, and you need some destruction, and this destruction should be mutually assured. So they work pretty like same way, but they're not completely the same. It's more like, you know,
slideshow about the hospital's endowment.
They are similar.
Do you wanna
Just
make mine? You can work from my office. The coffee's so much better.
Saving your ass. Always wanted to push that button. Ah! Slideshow is done, and it is pretty kick-ass. I need to go find my husband. I'm trying to respect your boundaries.
and she helped her with slideshow or something. Apparently she's good at it. So we have the something they have in common. We have them working in the same, like on the same slideshow in this clinic, and this is something they have in common because they both are like doctors or something, and they do know how to, you know, start any conversation because there is a lot of probably information they can just easily, you know, discuss or something. They can talk about a lot of things, and they have more in common than the previous relationship I mentioned, throuple from 90 Days of Fiancé. There was no actually, you know, like there was no actual good conversation in that reality show because they do not have anything like to really talk about, you know. There is no like, there is nothing in common between them. They have no like particular subject to talk about, you know. The only thing they have in common is that they were together at that honeymoon in Mexico, and that they have kids, and that they have 3 kids, you know. Both of them, both of the families, they have 3 kids. And probably even the same age or something, you know. Those kids are the same age, like something like this, because it's just not something you want to talk about, you know. It's not something, you know, that you wanna just meet and, you know, have a good conversation. Your kids is just a huge part of your life, but it's not something you want to discuss every time you go on a date, you go on any meeting. It's not something like this, you know. You have to have something bigger.
The last time she was at the hospital, Nora tried to kiss me.
Something really happening in your life, and something you want to share with that another person.
I think I might be attracted to her.
This is what I think about it.
Nurse
And
Dr. Beckman?
Teddy and her husband, they understand that there is something to lose, and there is also consequences. So they do not immediately jump into that possibility of hooking up with another person. They drag it out. They literally just drag it out as long as possible, because, you know, even if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be less of a problem for them.
Nurse Constantine and Dr. Beckman?
No bossy women in your lives? We should clear the air.
I'm sorry?
I don't typically go around kissing other people's wives, and it was my misunderstanding.
No apology necessary.
Do you ever feel like no one listens to you?
Third time I say it. How can I help?
And they already had this conversation that Cass coming to this clinic, she, you know, has some job, and it should be not a problem because Teddy told that she already, Cass already tried to kiss her, and there is just working relationship. There is a relationship between them as professionals. It's only professional. It's only friendship. It's not even relationship. So there is nothing to worry about really. But we see that some type of jealousy still, you know, some type of jealousy still exists in this relationship, and especially it's from a man part, because he knows that even this little distraction, you know, can worsen his working, like his mental state. It can actually just, you know, mentally complicate his working process, because he would think about this Cass coming into this clinic like regularly, and, you know, encountering his wife, and it is a problem, but it's not that huge problem yet.
Call me if you need anything.
I either go and get them tomorrow and ruin their vacation, or I don't see them for a few days.
I'll give you a ride back to your hotel.
Taking me to my hotel. I know they need you at the hospital. I was madly in love with you. I thought you knew. I was a teenage girl who didn't know how to tell a boy I liked him.
Any amount of pain could indicate a complication. We're not taking any chances.
And Owen, Teddy's husband, he actually has his like friend or something, because she did tell that she was in love with him like since some point. I don't know exactly what they have, what past they share, but I do know that he like saved her life or something, with Teddy's help, of course. They like, they had her as a patient, and they actually just saved her life or something based on her words. She told that he still has some feelings for Owen, and this happening simultaneously. And of course it's something, it's obvious that it's gonna happen at some point, but it's not like rushed. It's not
any amount of pain could indicate the
I don't know.
We're not taking any chances.
It looks more reasonable. I mean, like,
I shouldn't have tried to kiss you.
It's not only you. Shouldn't we like a therapist?
Because we told her that sometimes we are attracted to other people.
You want an open marriage
I
and
didn't
to sleep
say
with other
that,
people?
but we both feel stifled and stuck.
I don't want us to feel stuck.
it feels more reasonable because in 90 Days Fiancé, they only have like intention to be a part of that reality show. So this is probably what actually behind their intentions, to be a part of that reality show. And the only way they can be is to divorce your husband or your wife and to apply for 1K visa, to sponsor that 1K visa. But without any real reason, without any, like concrete, like genuine intention, it always seems just fake, and this is why I brought this Grey's Anatomy season 21 relationship in this stream, because they actually seem more real for me, even though it's TV show, and of course it's like easy to play this relationship, but it's more difficult to actually live through this, because in reality show they actually just improvising. It's not even scripted.
I'm willing to try something new, if you are.
If we actually open this and we check in regularly, no serious relationships or feelings, and our marriage comes first.
No one gets it right all the time.
Cass, I didn't know you'd be here.
Oh, Teddy, hi.
Friend of yours?
Extracurricular activities?
And apparently the only way to fix it is to redo the whole damn thing.
Well, Cass is actually amazing at slideshows.
Oh my god, it's getting hot. I'm already feeling like I'm going to end this stream because I'm feeling I'm not good. I'm not feeling good. So let's say my conclusion of the new episode of 90 Days Fiancé and overall on the concept of open marriage or throuple or whatever is just, it works when it's agreed, when it's mutually assured, and when there is guidelines, when there is actual reason to do so. And of course, because of how rushed it looks, it's just lacking any of those aspects I just mentioned. And the purpose probably of this, of this marriage, like of this new marriage, divorcing your husband and marry another person. The purpose of this should be only for staying as long as possible in this relationship and to participate even more in future seasons, in future projects, because you're still in this relationship. You can make it work at any point, you can get invited again. And there are a lot of different characters on this reality show we can discuss, but they are totally different and from completely different like realities, let's say, because different countries, different cultures, different like mentality, different they speak different English, even because they foreigners. They are different completely. So next time we probably will discuss another couple or another character, but this throuple still has some potential to be a huge part in this reality show because of the debates coming, and we have more than 7 or even 10 episodes left, and there is some potential for this reality show to actually just expose this throuple, this relationship, in a new way that we have never seen before, to make it more interesting, to make it more real, and for me to believe that they have something in common, that they have really like real genuine intentions. It should be something more complicated than just than we have now. So let's say we have some room still, and we have some place for them to come and prove that this is real, this is not fake, because I'm not gonna just talk about something and then just find out that this is a fake, So I wanna believe that this is real. Thank you for watching this stream, and I see you next time, probably next episode of this reality show, or probably we can probably go with reality show from like 2024, or we can go for some TV shows that are still relevant. Thank you. Goodbye.